AI for coaches, consultants, and service providers group weekly free training. I'm John Lavenia, your host. I am flying solo here today. Shannon's working on something else, but we wanted to deliver. And here we are. If it's your first time here, go ahead and invite a friend who's also a coach, consultant, service provider. We've got our Facebook group here. If you're seeing this on another platform, you can find the group obviously in Facebook, and of course subscribe as whatever platform you're seeing this on. Today we're talking about how to avoid the trap of discounting your services in order to get sales. And I'm going to give you, as is tradition, I'll give you 3 ideas that you could take and run with right now, one of which I can help you with, one of which you're going to have a little bit of initiative, and the third one I can refer you to somebody who can help you with. So 3 ideas here. First one that I definitely can help you with, because it has to do with mindset and how you position yourself to your customers in the marketplace. And that is to build your value stack using what I've called the FAB method. So if you're not familiar with that, FAB is an acronym, just like PAID. Our PAID framework is an acronym, but FAB, F-A-B, F stands for features, A is for advantages, B is for benefits. Now, I'll ask you something you should all know the answer to, and that is, what do people buy? Do they buy features? Do they buy advantages? Do they buy benefits? And if you said features, wrong, definitely not. Now, features are what comes in the box, right? Features are quantities. That's the stuff, right? That's substantiated by, look on the fact sheet, the statistics, the whatever it is, okay? But that's not what people buy. Okay, that is a means of exchange. Okay, I'll get those features and I'll give you some money for those, but that's not actually what people buy. What about advantages? Well, now we're getting closer. Okay, advantages are why your product, service, whatever it happens to be, is better than the guy down the street. So put a pin in that for now. But B, for benefits, that's what people buy. Benefits are the answer to the question, well, why should I care? Great question, right? So that you can experience this, so that you can enjoy this, hope for gain, avoidance of pain, or fear of loss. We've got ease and comfort, right? Make money, save time. But these are all the reasons people buy stuff. Okay, and we're not going to get too deep into the psychology of that today. But when you write out your value stack, you write every feature and why is it an advantage, and then what's it do for the customer? Like, why does the customer care? So basically what I'm asking you to do is sell it to yourself, which is, I've said many times, the most important and biggest sale you can make is sell it to yourself. Now, once I'm sold, well, it's easy to sell everybody else. Now I'm not selling on price. Now I'm selling on value, because I personally understand the value. Now, you can't give what you don't got, right? So you need to be sold, right? I can't transfer my enthusiasm to you about how great this value stack is and why you should care if I don't care, or if I'm vague about it. So you want to get unvague about that. And then when you could see, wow, this feature actually is a huge advantage, and it does this for the customer, which could save them a bunch of time, save them money, make them money, right? Increase their status, their popularity, help them achieve better health, relationships. I mean, these are the general reasons people buy stuff. Okay, so your offer has to fit into some emotion. We're not talking logic now, we're talking emotion. It has to fit into some one of those emotionally driven categories. Sure, I want to save money. Or yes, I want, better health and youthfulness and vitality. Or yes, I'd like to be more popular in my group. So whatever your offer is, it's going to fit into something that helps that person feel emotionally connected. They desire it. People don't just buy what they need. They buy what they want and desire. So figure out, all the ways that your thing is worth it. Now you're selling on value, not selling on price. Okay, we never sell on price. So discount, race to the bottom and all that, it's a miserable game. And there are people that are in that game and they churn a lot and they got to do a lot of volume because they're making almost no money. So, and look, everyone here, you right now, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you're a consultant, a coach, some sort of a service provider. So we're not just talking about a commodity. We're talking about something with subjective value versus objective value. Objective value is, here's an ounce of silver. It's a commodity, and objectively, we can see what it's worth in the marketplace based on current, changes every 10 seconds, but here's the current exchange for that. And that's it. I mean, that's what it's worth, right? Versus the subjective value, which is now real and perceived which is what's it worth to that person, right? That's subjective. And because you're in the space you're in, you're dealing with subjective values. In addition to objective values, you may have some, hard deliverables and stuff like that. But think about how you could save people time, money, make them money, help them be more popular and have better relationships and be useful. That's the first idea. And I say we can help you with that. Hopefully I just did. But also we do that with our clients in CEO Freedom, right? So people, a lot of times they don't have their offer sort of codified, or they can't articulate that value to their ideal, prospect or customer. So we help them craft that offer. We do that every day. Okay, so that's the first idea. Sell it to yourself. Second idea is to shop your competitors. All right, so remember I talked about FAB, features, advantages, benefits. Advantage versus what? Versus something else they could buy in the marketplace, a purported solution. Maybe it's the real thing, maybe it's not. Well, go shopping, right? See what other competitors are running in the marketplace that, in your perspective, that would compete with your offer directly or indirectly. Not only will you get some ideas about what's this stuff, what are people charging for that type of a service, but you also get some nice copywriting ideas too. It's like reading your junk mail. People paid copywriters to write that junk mail. Read the junk mail, and if it's good, have a swipe file and, kind of swipe it. But back to the idea of not falling into the trap of discounting to get sales, right? Well, look at the other guy, right? And you could see what he's charged, what's his experience, and, they've been in business this long, and the way they're pitching it, the way they're selling it, and then the pricing, right? And now that's very real for you. You're seeing it published elsewhere, right? You didn't originate this, somebody else did, right? So now you're doing what's called a market survey. You're seeing what's being sold in the marketplace. Now that doesn't give you their sales statistics. It doesn't let you know, are they rocking it? Are they sucking it? I mean, what's happening with it? I don't know, but you can very, very really see what's being published in the marketplace, and that will give you context. This is what you're up against. I remember a guy who was, this was in the automotive industry, and he was selling Toyotas, and he would have all of the competitors' brochures. Here's the Ford, Chevrolet, Honda, whatever, right? He would have the competitors' brochures. He would study the competitors' brochures. Let's say we're talking about a minivan or something. Well, here's all the minivans you could possibly buy. And here's all the market research he did on those. And they're all similarly priced, right? You can get base models, you can get luxury models, sure. But they're all competing in the marketplace. And he would figure out every advantage of his product, which was the Toyota, versus all these other ones. All right, and so he could have that conversation. And again, he was sold himself, and he had to be. He was selling that particular product. He couldn't go sell a competitor's product, but it was very real for him what the competitor was selling. And then he can make it very real for the customer why they wanted his product. Not to mention, he became very knowledgeable and trained others on how to do that. So shop your competitors, right? We're not just dealing with theory now. We're dealing with very real market, circumstances, okay? That's the second idea. That's the one you need to take some initiative on. Okay, we can help you with crafting your message and putting together a value stack. Shopping your competitors, something you want to do. Okay, the third thing, which I said I could refer you to somebody who could help you with that, because I'm out of that game, is hire a sales pro. And a lot of people have hired me throughout the decades that I've been in the sales space to be sort of a hired gun and to go in and to close somebody else's leads, to handle somebody else's offer. They're really good at, the deliverable, like here's the course or here's the product or whatever it is, but they kind of suck at selling. Okay, now why do I suggest doing this? If you find yourself with a proclivity of discounting, because a sales pro or a sales team, they get paid on commissions, right? So first of all, that's very low risk for you. Right? Little to no risk, right? If it's strictly commission only, then you don't pay a damn thing until they sell something. But let's say it's a percentage. Oh, well, a percentage of what? A percentage of a discounted price? A percentage of top dollar? And how do they work that deal? How do they make that, bring that customer to the transaction? Well, I'll tell you one thing they definitely do. If they're a sales pro, is they sell it to themselves, right? The first thing I just told you to do, right? And they shop their competitors. They look at what else is in the marketplace. If they're going into the lion's den, they want to know they're going to win that fight as often as possible, right? The highest possible chance of selling most often and selling at the highest price. With no emotional attachment to like, well, maybe, the person discount. No. We're here to make money, not to make friends, right? So once they've sold themselves, it's like, yeah, this is a good offer. Here's how we do it. Now you let them run with it. You pay the commissions gladly. They'll probably close more than you if you're not a sales pro yourself, and they'll probably retain as much gross profit as possible because that's what they get paid on, right? So we do have friends who are still in that space professionally, and if that's something you're looking for, you can reach out to us and we can hook you up with some awesome people who do nothing but sell for a living, and they're really good. So 3 ideas. Number 1, sell yourself, right? Build your value stack based on features, advantages, benefits, heavy focus on benefits. You've got to be sold. You can't give what you don't got. Sell you, and then it's easier to sell everybody else. And now you're selling on value, not on price. Okay. Number 2, shop your competitors. Make this real for you. You're in the marketplace with these other people who offer a similar or same kind of a service. Why is yours better? Why should your price be where it is, right? Substantiate that. Make that solid, make that real, not vague or nebulous or flimsy, right? Have a bit of certainty behind your pricing, okay? And then, of course, the 3rd thing is take yourself out of the equation, right? Here's the thing, here's the offer, we're getting this many leads, somebody help me close this deal, right? And so at that point, you've handed it off, and that's a good thing to do. Once you're at least at a certain volume and you've got proof of concept, right? If you're just coming up with a startup idea, I don't even know if this is going to sell in the marketplace, then you're probably premature on that. But if you've got proof of concept, hey, people like this stuff, I'm looking to get some volume going here, then that would be a great move for you. Hey, if you want to get in communication with us, if you want to talk more about your offer and the pricing and all of that, you can grab a free strategy session at ceofreedom.com/free strat. Free, yeah, that's it. ceofreedom.com/free strat. You'll get 15 minutes or so on the house with myself or Shannon or one of our awesome advisors. We just brought another one on, and they are great. And we'd be happy to talk about your business and how we might help you rocket some more. And again, if you're seeing this outside of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, click the like, the subscribe, the dings, the dongs, right? Do all that. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week on another thrilling episode of this session. Thanks for watching. Glad you're here. We'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.